The absence of law. That's all. That's what lawlessness is. Less law, no law. You act like there's no law. When there's law, people behave. When lawlessness reigns, or anarchy as it's often called, like during the riots or something happens in America, here, anywhere, right now in some cities in America, lawlessness is happening because the police is resigning. Police people are walking away from their jobs. Whenever there's lawlessness, criminals arise and are very happy because criminality thrives in lawlessness. That's where people bring weapons. That's when whoever is stronger does what they like. That's when the guy that has been eyeing the fine girl walks in and says, hey, where's, and hits down the door and comes in and rapes her and goes away. There's no fear. But when law rules, you pick the phone, you call, the police arrives in minutes. At least in some countries. That's the whole idea of law. Being lawful and lawless. The law is something God allows to bring peace and control men. But do you know why righteous people do not need the law? Why Galatians 5 tells you against such, the fruit of the Spirit, there is no law. There's no law against being kind. There's no law against being peaceful. There's no law against being long-suffering. There's no law against being humble. There's no law against being faithful. There's no law against the 9 fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, goodness, meekness, all of that. There's no law. Against such, there's no law. But there's a law against the works of the flesh, which is listed from the earlier part. For the works of the flesh are obvious, apparent. And he begins to tell you this and that. The question, do Christians do any of those things on that list? Do they? As long as Christians are still acting unlawfully, the law is necessary. I read that in 1 Timothy chapter 1, not too long ago. Are you understanding? The law has a reason. You see people busy saying that they don't need the law. You don't need the law, but you are lawless. The only condition under which you don't need the law is when you're manifesting the fruit of the Spirit completely. Are you understanding this? So a Paul might not need the law. Some children of God don't need the law because they've chosen to do what is right. It's not because of the law's existence that they obey. They obey because they are a good tree planted by a river of living water. You're bringing forth each fruit in due season. When it's needed, peace is needed, that fruit is available. When faithfulness is needed in your workplace, that fruit is available. Are you understanding due season? Every fruit in its due season. When it's needed. This is the season for joy. You're joyful. When it's the season for humility, you're humble. Someone shouts on you on the road, you're an idiot. What's needed there? Meekness. You may need peace too. You may need long suffering. But per situation, the available fruit is there. But if you're a fighter, a railer, that fruit of work of the flesh is available in you. If the law is not in place, you people are going to start fighting on that road. You'll abuse him back. You may come out, God punish you. You know the response is not God punish you. What's the response? Your father. What's the response to God punish your father? Your mother. God punish your mother. What's the response to that? Your village. Family. The response is your state. Your continent. And next thing, abuse is not working, it's not entering him. So the law is needed. Is the fear of what a governmental law will do that will make you hold yourself. On the law of Moses would say in such an event, there are consequences. They will ask for witnesses. What happened? Then the judges will look at it. The priests, the Levites that were placed in all the different tribes. And they will access it. And they will tell the witnesses, make sure you don't bear false witness. Remember the law against false witness. Law chapter number 9. Good. What happened? This one is the one that came. They were talking with mouth. Then this one went and hit him first. Okay, you're the one that started it. Lie down. Then they will flog him. It depends on the kind of event. The law, the precepts, the penalties are listed out. All those things you read in Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy give you the details of how God said they should run things. And that's when you think about it, you say, no, I won't punch him. They may flog me in public. There was even a law, you cannot flog anybody beyond 40. That means they can flog you 39. They can flog you 25. They can flog you 6. Do you understand? And that's how they will hold someone's father and impart to him ministry that as he's walking around for the net, he may not go out much. You go to his house, he's lying down to receive you, and he's only lying down face down. He can't sit, lying down by his side to eat. What happens next time? Fight says, let me manifest. He says, fight. If I catch you, as I'm here, so am I looking for your trouble? Leave me alone. The Bible says, follow peace with all men, as much as lies with you. This is the job of the law.